All right, let's go see if how they do.
This was a beautiful place once. What a pity.
Jarvis, did you have anything terrible? Hematic rot? It's not the end of the world.
The point of no return welcomes you.
I think we'll reach the librarian, but I mean, this is going to be interesting because ordainment in Region 1 is pretty rough.
Lethality writ large.
That's a lot of blight.
On to the next.
Jarvis is just flexing over here, I gotta say.
This road cannot be walked alone.
Jarvis came to play. So the question becomes, is the stealth worth the cost of admission? That pig's a nice start, but is the idea of spending our first turn stealthing Rose worth the entry fee? I'm kind of feeling like not. So you want a Shambler spawn too? I can do that. Oh, the torches are down here. The Bastard's Beacon. Enemies have a 100% chance to be ordained. Lair bosses will always be ordained. Wandering bosses have an increased chance to appear. Confession bosses gain unique buffs. All right. All right, we're certainly not making it easy on ourselves here, are we?
Plan accordingly. Spend what you can.
I love to see touching dirges. I love to see a Say gear.
If indeed it ever did.
Okay, so let's see. So we got to be
A bit of comfort on the road.
hard mode engaged indeed. All right, so we can't say no to those.
Of the road.
I think a Say gear has to get locked in. And then I think I want these. I want a death cap. Where are we going?
The first of
All
many
right.
forks in the road. Choose your path and ride out on.
This is a strong start for us. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not calling it. I'm not calling it or anything like that, but okay. Big money, no whammies. Well, I'm hoping we don't die, but we'll see. I think we pop this right off. All right, and then anything else we want to get. We got one of these. We got one of these. Noisemaker could be a good pickup. Actually, I think Soothings. We'll grab let's grab 2 Soothings. It's that's a bit of a risk, but I think RC I'm a little concerned about.
Experience, however painful, is the greatest teacher of all.
We have about as good a start as I could hope for here, if I'm being honest. All right, let's see what happens.
Aspiration unites the
This, if any team can do some good work, this is a team that can do some good work. Let's double check our skills before I go and get us killed. Ooh,
Behold,
this bridge has changed slightly.
cities of man.
We don't have enough to make the... We're not going to have enough to make the hoarder work. So I think we're going to go 2 random ones. So let's see. You... I like what you got going on. We don't need sepsis right now. We're not going to get a chance to use it. All right. I think we're good to go. Maybe it's that the bridge didn't change, but this torch is shedding a lot of light. What was the goal here? Avoid the hoarder. No location out scouting, no route scouting. We weren't going to get any anyways. So this candle could be associated with anything. It doesn't really have a...
Travel without proper reconnaissance. A hasty and
Man, seeing... Ooh, well, okay. Are we going to have, what's-his-face right off the bat? No, not what's-his-face, but... So, Throne Dagger no longer pierces. Feels kind of bad. Means she doesn't have a lot she can do right now. Oh, are these no longer giving bleed though? Oh, melee attack skills only. Okay, noted. Was that always that way? Hey, thank you, Alex. Good to see ya. Have they always had a 2 attack like that? That's interesting. The things you don't recognize. It was that way before too? Okay, good to know.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Probably should have kept going on this front one. We don't need Deathless yet, so that's fine.
But a welcome one nonetheless.
There's unfortunately no way to avoid the bleeds here. Certainly laying a lot of combo on the line.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
It's taking 3, it has 4, so we gotta do a little damage. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, this guy is exposed. The colors, it does feel like they tweaked the colors ever so slightly. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Give me one moment here. I will be right back. I just need to say bye to someone. All right, I tried. We'll do that again in a second. Let's see. We do have a little bit of stress, so we could do this. All right. No more distractions. Let's see. It seems like the actions are just slightly reflected. Like there's a slight tint on the actual hero, but maybe I'm hallucinating. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at it a bit more, but something feels slightly different. Amazing combat items there. We get a mastery for that? No. So I've heard people going for bosses in the first region is a huge mistake. So
Will you rebuff their Ernest, please?
let's see. We don't need a wheel. We'll take some food, I guess. Don't love that that's back down to 9, but that's okay. Oh, and we got some slime mold. Thanks, game. Just what I always wanted. And a surgeon? Oh. Oh, man. An ordained surgeon in Region 1. I think this is the problem with the Shambler spawn, if I'm going to be honest. This guy got roasted, that's for sure. We take those. Oh, we're going to deal with hemorrhagic fever. That's the good news. It won't last long. The surgeon will ruin our fun.
Then apply it judiciously.
Oh, disappointing. Oh, look, there's our first ability crit. That was cool. I like that. So it shows the crit without the number. I like that a lot, actually.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
Easy solemnity here. Just get ourselves unstressed. I will say this guy's dead, so let's just go for the crit. I'm feeling the increase in blight on the venom drop, which I think is really good omen, all things considered. I'm also, though, like, there's a part of me that is really thinking hard about how it's going to feel when we get a Region 1 ordained death. Like, that's a... I think they need to think a bit about that. That's a... There's a bit of RNG. Like, the Bastard Torch cycle could be very, very punishing. Take 2 stress to not fight this guy. Hemorrhagic fever. I don't care that much about hemorrhagic fever. I think it's smart to skip here. I think an ordained surgeon is just a recipe for disaster for us early on. Nope, Jason, I'm not going to do it. We're about to go face our first ordained lair boss, okay? I want to get there. I don't want to die before we arrive. And it was not... There was so little to gain there. I think that's the issue. Like, what was I gaining? We got to make some smart decisions. We've already taken the Shambler spawn. We've already taken this. I feel like the least we can do is not take a surgeon fight that we don't have to. Oh, that's annoying. So, can you hit for 3 here? Oh, snap. All right. 3 to 8, 7 to 12. I think we do 3 to 8 because the blight is just gigantic.
Early results are encouraging.
I can see the utility of Shadow Fade. That might be something that we play with. I think we have time. I think I can hit this guy. Is it just me, or is Intimidate just hitting incredibly hard? It's probably just me. I'm probably just getting lucky, but... Let's get a bit of a heal. Nice hit.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
That is true. This my selection bias and my goggles are always a little off. Okay, well, I don't think we could have gotten a much better set of combat items for this librarian fight. And I think we have a lot of damage, but, you know, there's always a bit of RNG here. And we do have 2 fights before we get there. I'm overly excited about the update. Oh, for sure. But, I mean, when better a time to be overly excited than when an update comes out?
And insight.
There is no better time.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
But some things, like, I do think that there is a slight blue tinge to people acting. I gotta pay more attention to it, but... Let's see. This guy's already dead. I still think this guy is the right target when we have the opportunity.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Okay, nice kill there. Shame you can't field surgeon yourself, I will say. That's an unfortunate one.
Incremental.
But deadly all the same.
All the same.
I wonder what the game would feel like if vulnerability gave crit token. It gave crit chance rather than the other way around. Rather than giving increased damage. Let's see. What's our chance? 3 to 7. I don't really want to get the kill right now. We're gonna delay just a touch here. Ooh, the corpse's blights show up differently now. That is an actual factual difference. Is this guy already dead? He's not. All right, Intimidate. You betrayed me for the last time. Okay, that second Solemnity sounds pretty good right about now. I think we're just below the... Nope. Nice. Okay, that's a perfect heal. Love to see that. Didn't get the second Solemnity, but that's all right. So Sneaky and Shadowborn really really increasing in value in the grave robber economy now. The value of stealth feels a little more real and present.
Measured and steady.
Field Surgeon? I'm starting to think that maybe Field Surgeon, did they tweak the percentages? I know I'm overly excited about the update, but by the same token, 5% has hit like 100% as of late. Like that's our third Field Surgeon proc. Annoying. Lulling me into a false sense of security. That's fair. That's fair. That will happen. I think we have a pretty juicy Solemnity here. So I don't know if I want to heal here.
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
If the Solemnity doesn't land, I'm gonna feel like a dummy, but I think it's gonna be okay. The Solemnity is definitely going to land. All right. We're a little light on HP here, but
This wound at least has
we're about as good as we could be. Oof, no snappy. Feels bad, man. It does feel that way in Lustrous. I'm still trying to do. Okay, first ordained librarian.
He teeters madly upon his ladder,
Gulp.
reveling in the fiery destruction of human accomplishment.
He resisted the debuff, which is a bummer.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Okay, that's a bit of bad RNG. I might... Do I want to shuffle? I think I want to shuffle here. That doesn't buy us much time, but... We know our leper's falling back there, which is not great.
But deadly all the same.
Having Shadow Fade on her might have made a difference there. Does he have higher resists? That would be an interesting way to make him a lot stronger. No, still 30% blight. Now we're in danger of killing this before before he gets a chance to hit it, which I need to be a little careful of. This fight's not going great for us right now. No, that's just, there's 3 different sizes of book. That's what's going on there in Lustrous. These were, we got 2 2s, so that's what happened there. Okay, let's get you. If he categorizes again, we're gonna have kind of a bad time. It's okay. We need to land some of these. He's getting so many dodge tokens. That's a big hit. That's a big hit. Time keeps on ticking is the short version here.
Well done.
Good hit. Give me the blight. Okay, good. That smokestack's gonna be really annoying. Okay, having the leper here, at least for the moment, to remove some of those is going to be good for business. Those blights not landing feels a little bad. Alright, 50-50. Another freaking field medicine proc. See, this is a triple, so that's why... Okay, GG. We got him. It was a little dicey. We do this because we're going to Solemnity also. And then he's going to die. Alright, and that is an Ordained Librarian. With a fresh squad.
Artifact of unparalleled power.
Overconfidence is illustrious, but yes, it went pretty handily. Let's see, we'll do that, we'll do that. For now, we'll do that there.
A simple choice.
We,
At least it should be.
oh, I should have checked. Okay, we hadn't scouted anything else. I think this trophy does literally nothing for us.
Unhinged by the impending apocalypse, the fanatics burn book and building alike.
Please tell me this isn't a shambler. Trinket or combat items? We'll take the trinket this time. I always forget what this one is, but the proxy doll. Okay. I don't know where we have... I guess we'll have a fair number of positive tokens on you. Well, but they'll be coming from these, so... less useful that way. We got very lucky with combat items, so... Now, I don't know if we're doing another lair boss. That's an interesting question, too. Do we rest on our laurels and try and ride it out to get our first win with the Bastard Blaze, or do we keep going hard? I mean, the Shambler spawn is going to continue to make things spicy. Let's see. So you better with Jarvis. All right, we'll take the wheel we don't need. Field Hospital is nice. Go all in, let us experience an epic adventure. Ooh, that was a big delay. Are we... Okay.
your violence and apply it judiciously.
We have a lot of stress going on here. That is not going to help the stress situation.
What lurks in the beyond.
That is not going to help the stress situation. Yeah, she definitely has a bluish tint, which I think is a great touch. I don't mind it one bit.
Let us hope to finish this.
We need just a little more damage here. We need these guys not to do their AoEs. That ability, that's the one we need them not to do. Because of the stress. And I think our Fladge is on full-time stress duty. Hoping for some resists. He does have hot bath, but... Great hit there.
Steady yourself.
The stress. The stress. I'm sorry, but 5%? That's 5%. I'm impressed. That's all I have to say. We've had like at least one per fight, I feel like. But that is the weakness of this team. We don't have a lot of stress answers. Especially early before we're critting. But we're almost out. And then hopefully we'll have some stress items in the inn. Because we should have a good cash flow, if nothing else. Yeah, 96 for Region 1 feels pretty good. Do we care about hemorrhagic fever? A little bit. I'd like to get rid of that. Oh, man. Mixing kit. I think we got to take it.
Tonics, tinctures, and remedies.
And then I'm going to buy the laudanum out.
Science of hope.
And I think we call it there. Okay. Laudanum will hopefully help us. Stay below the threshold. Avoiding a meltdown would be a great outcome here.
The loathing festers.
So Doppel, I was doing a cycle challenge. So that's when you beat the game with one team. But they just released some super hard challenges. And they just updated the Grave Robber. So for all of those reasons, I was like, I should run these guys one more time. I want to see the new Grave Robber. And this team is a team that's very effective that uses the Grave Robber. And we're running this new torch that is supposed to be like incredibly difficult. So that's the idea. This is a very strong team. And I wanted to run a strong team to see how it fares against the new most challenging mode. And yes, the new Venom drop, this team pairs well with. Let's see, 10, you're dead. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, we won't be getting a good view of of the Highwaymen until next run. But I'm planning on doing 2 today, so hopefully we'll get a chance to see both. If we had our grave robber, or if we had our highwayman, we could steal that.
Steady yourself.
Ouchie. Let's see, 9. You only have 5, so you're not dead yet. We're very unlikely to do the work that we need to on the cherub, though.
And methodical appliance of harm.
Just trying to keep everybody relatively even.
Master stroke.
See, you're dead. I will say, Enlightened Element is working overtime on the dodge front, too. We'll take whatever stress off that we can. And I think I'd rather concentrate it a little bit, given my druthers. We might pick up the Dead Knight upgrade to help out a bit with stress. That might have been enough to get him down to Deathless, but we weren't going to get an action there anyways. All right. But yeah, so I'm curious what people want to... I mean, that's a... So as a reminder, we have the Shambler spawn, which means we can do something like this if we want to. Hang on to the fire resist for the moment. I think T-Hunter losing damage as the fight goes on is not a big deal. We'll see if that proves actually true. The Duelist is a hard one. We're gonna get back to her, for sure. We're gonna get back to her, but
the place is a little worse for wear.
Not bad.
Familiar,
A lot of positives there. And another roast pig. The game is being kind of nice to me, I will say. Get rid of that bum leg. That seems reasonable.
Spend what you can.
Where are we going next?
For wealth no longer has meaning, if indeed it ever did.
No oases in the feeder. That's probably the place we want to go.
Farms and fields of our kingdom, overrun with putrescence and rot.
Overrun with putrescence and rot. True that. A little bit of extra stress healing. We're using Poison Dart like 90% of the time, so I think that's reasonable. Save that for later. Definitely going to pick up this. We'll pick up a Stimulating Poultice as well. Trying to decide. I don't think we have a great team for taking on the baby. Let's drop the... Oh yeah, we can only get one feast at a time, so... That's okay, though. We'll save the other one for next time. She became nervous, so she's even faster now. That's something. Get that repair done. I've been growing to love the death cap spores. They're so good. Might take a meditative totem just to try to... We can get rid of boisterous, which is fine, I think. And we can also get a bit of stress healing at the same time. Okay. Let's see, anything else in here? Who's austere? You're austere. I don't really care about you getting speed of all the people. Because it's on sale, I'll grab that. We're going to have a very fast team going into this region. I'm aware that he can't have it. All right. But we float a little bit of money in case we get an early hoarder. If we get a super early hoarder, we're going to be a little bummed, but... And like I said, those death cap spores, they're surprisingly good. If we decide to take out the baby, which I don't want to do, but it'll be really nice to have the death cap spores. Okay.